Codice. What does planning mean? For Codice, it means answering 5 questions. What do I have to do? The first step is to identify what has to be done, the trips we're going to offer between the different stops, and the itineraries they're going to follow. In the Nodes panel, we define our stops and the important planning points, rest stops, vehicle depots, handover points, drivers' homes. We also show their geographic coordinates so we can situate them on the map. In the Lines panel, we describe the journeys in both directions, indicating the stops they pass by and the distances in between them. We can also limit which types of vehicles and drivers can make the journeys. Once we have defined our network, we move on to specifying the timetable of our trips. We can see the combined offer of several lines that have the same stops, as well as their frequencies and when they arrive at the stops. What do I need to do it? We need the right vehicles for each type of trip, and drivers with the skills it takes to drive them. Each type of driver or coach are properties that we apply to the real drivers and the actual coaches that they use. In every company, each driver and vehicle has a set of individual characteristics that we need to take into consideration at the planning stage. How should I go about it? Assigning resources to ensure that they carry out the activity efficiently is a complex process that is not easy to handle. Our network imposes limitations and we need to be aware of them. Travel times, drivers' mobility using their own means, empty leg travel times between each stop. The types of driver and bus I can use for each journey, or the tank capacity of each type of bus or the driver's capability, and the limitations imposed on us by labor regulations. Type of workday, the time drivers need to rest from driving, driver's ability to cover the lines, collective agreement constraints, limitations when it comes to changing line or coach, rest during a period, patterns, or rests due to constraints. Once we have defined the activity that has to be carried out, the resources available, and the rules and limitations for their use, assigning the resources to carry out the activity efficiently is a process that requires know-how and experience. Codice technology lets you sort out this process with maximum efficiency. A powerful combinatorial search engine with highly efficient heuristics returns ideal results that comply with all the rules and the complex employment legislation. Once we have the solutions, we can compare or adjust them using our versatile computer-aided editor that lets you see any non-compliances that may result from the modification. When do I have to do it? The activity we have identified is repeated for a series of similar days that occur during the year. We apply the solutions we have obtained to days on which the offer is the same, and that's how we create our annual calendar. Who is going to do it? Once we have worked out how many drivers and buses are needed to cover the trips displayed on every type of day, we have to effectively assign the resultant shifts to the people or vehicles that are available each day of the year. There are also rules and constraints that govern this process and force us to replace certain drivers. Some limitations may be structural. Drivers may finish their shift somewhere different from where they started it, or they may not be able to work certain shifts. Work-related limitations might include annual leave and fair work distribution, rest between workdays and weekly or monthly time off, ensuring compliance with the maximum total amount of work in each period, week, month, or year, and any incidences that may occur during the planning process, illness, accidents, licenses, etc. Codice provides simple responses for the planning process. With Codice, you will be able to reduce your costs and make better use of your existing resources. Codice. Do more with less.